Hey, hello and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. Minimize the heights 2. Let's see what the problem has to say. Given an array n denoting heights of n towers and a positive integer k, for each tower you must perform exactly one of the following operations exactly once. Increase the height of the tower by k, decrease the height of the tower by k. Find out the minimum possible difference between the height of the shortest and tallest towers after you have modified each tower. You can find a slight modification of the problem here. Okay, that is yeah. So note, it is compulsory to increase or decrease the height by k for each tower. After the operation, the resultant array should not contain any negative integers. Okay, so let's see through an example what the problem has to say. 1, 5, 8, 10. If okay, the array will be given as an input, and each element of the array is a tower, right? And what the problem is asking us is to either increment or decrement the tower, each tower by k, right? By k. For to each tower we need to do either increment or decrement by k, and after doing this operation of incrementing or decrementing each tower by k, right, we need to find the minimum difference between the tallest and the shortest tower. So if you see, what is the tallest tower currently before doing the operation? It is 10, right? The tallest tower is 10 and the shortest tower is 1 currently. So the difference currently it's 9. Okay, but the after the operation, after doing this k operation, right, on each tower, the minimum difference can be lesser than this 9. Okay, so how can we solve this problem? Let's see the intuition. Okay, so first of all, this array, it is not sorted, right? This array may or may not be sorted. In this example it is sorted, right? So first of all, we need to sort the array. So let's say we have sorted the array, right? And after sorting the array, it is like, yeah, it is, this is the state, right? So the intuition will be, right, the intuition will be to, for the current element, right, current element will be lesser than the next element. So the intuition behind the solution will be to increment the current element by k, right, and to decrement the next element by k, right? Why to do so? So if you see, right, if you see 8 minus 5, right, current, if this is the largest, right, and this is smallest, just an example, 8 minus 5 will give us 3, right? But if we increment 5 plus 3 equal to 8, right? And if we decrement this, okay, in this example it will be same again. No, let's say okay, and let's say k equal to 2, right? K equal to 2, right? So if we increment this by k, 5 by k, it will give us 7, and decrement 8 by k, that is 2, will give us 6. So now 7 minus 6, the difference will be 1, right? So if you see, what is the intuition after sorting, right? The current element, if we increment the which is a smaller element, the next element if we decrement, the chances are that it will be the new larger element, and this will be the smaller element, right? And with this it may happen that we may get the minimum difference, right? The minimum difference of all, this may be the tallest tower and this may be the shortest tower after doing the operation, right? So let's see an example how we'll do. Let's consider that let's take this example only, 1, 5, 8 and 10. So first what we'll do, we'll have an answer variable. Okay, we'll capture this, the current state only, right? The after sorting, we'll first sort the array. After sorting, we'll take the last element and the first element, and we'll take the difference, right? And we'll store it in answer. So 10 minus 1, we have stored it 9, right? Now what we'll do, smallest will have another variable smallest, right? And what we'll do, with this element we will increment by k, right? Increment by k. I have told you the intuition, right? If for smallest you have to increment by k, and for the largest you have to decrement by k, then in that case we may get the difference, we may get the minimum difference, right? So smallest 1 is the smallest, right? 1 plus 2 k, we are adding k, right? That is 2, and we are storing 3, right? Currently smallest we are holding this, and largest another variable. What we'll do, largest, right, we'll have another variable largest, which will take the largest element and will decrement by k. So 10 minus 2, it will be 8, right? So we have three variables, answer, smallest and largest. Smallest, what we have done? We have incremented by 2, right? We have made it 3, right? And this one, we have just stored. We have not modified the array, but we have stored in two variables, right? Largest we have decremented, and largest is 8 now, right? Largest is 8. And we'll have another variable, mi, min and max. Let's see. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll iterate through each element. And what we'll have is, let's say we'll have two variables, mi, right? And our intuition will be, see, now what we'll do, we will compare with the smallest, right? And what we'll do, the next element, as I said, the greater element, the next element, right? The next element, what will decrement, I plus 1 minus k. I've already told you, right? The next element will decrement by k and current element will increment by k. And ma, another variable, right? So what we'll do, max, largest comma, air, I plus 1. This is I plus 1, the next element. And current element will increment by k, right? Current element will increment by k. So we have the smallest and largest, right? And then what we are doing is, we are now comparing, we are taking the minimum among these two, right? Smallest is what? We already have smallest. We have seen, right? Equal to 3. And largest equal to 8. So we want to take minimum, we want to have minimum tower currently in the current state. We'll compare smaller with the next element. And what is 5 minus 2 will give us? 5 minus 2 will give us 3, right? So anything, 3 and 3, right? So minimum currently in the first step is, minimum is 3. And what is maximum? So maximum we are comparing with largest, and the current element. 1 plus 2 will give us 3, right? So if we see largest and current element is 1, right? 1 plus 2 will give us 3, right? The largest will give us 8 only. So ma will have 8. This will have 8, right? And then we are checking answer, we are checking, right? Minimum we have to take, right? We have to minimize the difference. So first, whatever it is stored, ma minus mi will have this. So what answer gives? Answer is what? Initial answer was 9, right? Initially answer was 9, and with the first step, 8 minus 3, it gives us 5, right? 5 it is giving, and this is 9. So answer will be 5. Right? So now what we'll do, once, now this was the first element, right? We are taken. Now I will be incremented. I will be here, right? And again we'll do the same step. The next element, minimum, right? Minimum of smallest, right? Smallest. You have to make sure that in each step, the tower, whenever we are calculating the answer, we need to have the minimum and maximum, right? Minimum and maximum. So smallest and this one, air of, so I is currently here, right? I. So what we do, the next element we decrement. We decrement by k, right? So 8 minus 2, right? What was this? This was 3. And 8 minus 2, it is giving 5. So mi will be 3 only. And ma, max, right? Max. And largest, right? Largest. And current element is this, 5 plus 2 will do, right? What we are doing, current element incrementing, which is already the smaller element, we are incrementing, and the next element, which is bigger, we are decrementing. Why we are doing this? So that we may find the new largest and smallest, and we can find the minimum difference, right? Minimum difference. So 8 and 7, right? ma is 8 again. Again we are getting, if we ma minus mi we do, we get 5 only, which is already answer, right? Already in the answer, right? And we are comparing, each time we are comparing, because we are considering this as a reference, smallest, right? Smallest, because what was the this array, 1 5 8 10, right? And we had incremented this, right? By 2, it made 3, right? So we are considering the smallest, right? And after decrementing, anyways, we are doing the operation, incrementing decrementing operation, right? We need to do for each tower, and we are decrementing here the largest element by 2, which makes us 8. So this is largest and this is smallest. We are each time we are comparing. If we find lesser than this, right, in this operation, then we are going for that step, for that particular tower. We are going to have this minimum, and our answer may change, right? So this was the second step. Let's proceed ahead. 1, 5, 8, 10. Right now, I is this. I is this. So according to our step, again minimum of smallest will have, right, and the next element, and the next element, right. Next element is 10 minus 2, right. So smallest is 3. 10 minus 2 gives us 8. Minimum mi will again be 3 only. And what will be max, right? Largest will compare, largest tower you have to compare, right? We always have to make sure that whatever we each in each step, the tower has to be, right. This min and max need to be, max needs to be maximum of all towers, and minimum need to be minimum of all towers, right? So 8 plus 2 we are going to do, right? 8 plus 2, we increment the current one, and the greater element, which is the next element, will decrement, right? So 8 plus 2, largest is 8 and this is 10. So max here now will be, oh sorry, yes, right, 10 and yeah, 8 plus 2. So this is largest is 8, right? And this is 10. Yes, so yeah, so ma will be 10 now, right? 10 minus 3, which will give us 7, right? But answer, we already have minimum answer, right? What we do to calculate answer? Answer equal to, minimum of answer, of answer, and ma minus mi we do, right? So now what will be ma? Ma is 10 in this case. 10 minus 3, 7, right? 7. But answer already has 5, so minimum will be 5 only, right? So this is intuition. We'll go till here only, till n minus 1 element only, because we have to compare the next element, right? That is why. So this was intuition. Let's quickly walk through the code. So here is the code, as I said, right? So not much difference between Java and C++. Only the difference will be to sort the array, right? Okay, in C++, right? So first we are sorting the array. As I said, after sorting the array, we are having the largest variable. We are taking the last element and then decrementing by k, right? And we are taking the first element and incrementing by k, which we are storing in the smallest, right? And answer we are storing and having the original, right, from array, right? The last element minus the first element, right? And then we are having minimum and maximum. And then what we are doing in each step, what we are doing, we are decrementing the next element by k, and incrementing the current element by k, right? And then what we're doing, the next element will compare with the smallest, right? So we need to make sure that mi stores the smallest one, right? If it is smaller, then mi will have the smaller value, right? The smaller tower value, the new smallest tower, right? Right, mi. And then we are doing here max, right? The largest being the last element minus k, right? And the current element, which will be lesser, current will be lesser, we are incrementing by k, right? mi and ma. And also, right, this is the step, as we had read here, the resultant array should not contain negative integers. If mi is less than 0, right, then we have to continue, we don't have to consider that negative value, right? Definitely ma won't be less than 0, because here we are only incrementing by k, right? There's nowhere we are decrementing by k, right? And then we are having minimum answer, ma minus mi, comparing with the answer, right? And we are having answer here. So this is the solution. Oh, this, it is expired. Okay, no problem, but I have resolved, I have already solved this problem, and it is accepted. Okay, thanks for watching. And again, the intuition is what? The intuition is what? 1, 5, 8, 10, right? So whenever we are at the current element, we have to increment by k, and the next element we have to decrement by k, in order to have the new larger, right? The new larger, and then the smallest element, right? And we may doing by doing this, we may find the minimum answer, the minimum difference, right? So this is the intuition. Thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.